Well, hey everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today, you guys, I want to take a look at what is going on with Donald John Trump. He is supposed to be going to Walter Reed to speak to troops, apparently, and to get his routine annual physical, although he just had his routine annual physical 5 months ago. So he's not due for that yet. So I want to take a look and see what is going on with Trump's health. The first card we have here is thought. By the way, before we get going, I want to let you know that my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinion, and please be kind to one another in the comment section down below. Okay, so the first card we have is thought. There's a lot going on here. Okay, we have time running out. There is a skull here in the background. This person is contemplating something, and there's a very long list here of what they're looking at. This is getting, to me, this very much feels like Trump. I keep going back to him saying that he wants to make sure that he gets into heaven. They're saying I'm not doing so well. He said that. This makes me think of a long list of things that he has done in his life that he is going to have to atone for. What else do we have here? We also have this red. This makes me think of, MAGA. We have reunion. Reunion, people coming back together. There being a reunion of some sort. Okay. And then we have money. Money that is stashed in the cupboards. Money piled all over the table. But there's no one here. It's like money, you can have all this money, but there's no person, there's no relationships. You guys, I'm really feeling like, I know I keep saying it, but I'm really feeling like Trump is getting, tick tock, tick tock. Let's switch to the Morgan Greer, and I want to do a spread to see what is going on here. What is this? What is this trip to Walter Reed all about? And you know what? I'm going to adjust my camera. Give me just one moment. There we go. That was just feeling a little bit tight there. I needed a little bit more space. Okay, so let's do a spread to look at what's going on here. Is this just, a routine visit from Trump to Walter Reed, or are they trying to cover something up here? They've also mentioned, by they I mean Caroline Leavitt, that he may be going to the Middle East after this doctor's appointment. So starting off, we have the Eight of Wands reversed. This is news coming in fast, and it can be bad news coming in. This is somebody that's regressing. Okay, so this could be getting bad news about health, or health having a regression. The challenge that he's facing is the moon reversed. You guys, this is secrets. This is secrets, and this is the Cancer card. Now, it doesn't mean cancer like the illness cancer, but that's not lost on me, right? I have been seeing prostate cancer with Trump since before the election, and I feel like he let it go unchecked, or went a long time before having it dealt with. And I feel like it has probably metastasized, for entertainment purposes only, alleged. I am not a doctor. Do not listen to me for any kind of medical advice. But and then the other thing that the moon talks about is it's water. It's a water card. And so we see all of the water retention, the swelling, the cankles. This card is hitting on quite a few different levels with him. The energy of where he's coming from health-wise is the Two of Pentacles. This is a choice, and Pentacles can talk about either your finances, your home, or your health. And I feel like this is having to make a decision, having to make a choice, feeling out of balance. And I feel like the choice he made was to ignore his health for too long. So by the time they figured out that there was a problem, it's too late. He's past the point of no return. The energy of where he's going, is the Devil reversed. The Devil reversed is defeat. It's severance. He's at the end of his road. And I don't know. I mean, I know we keep looking at the cards, and I keep getting all of these mixed messages as far as what's going to take him out, whether he flees or it's his health or it's some combo. But the energy of where he's going, no matter what it ends up being, it's not good. It's not good for him. And the ending is coming fast. Fast, fast, fast. I'm going to use these cards here. So you guys know these are, they're like timing cards. They have different times on them. This is a newer deck, and I haven't really seen the accuracy yet for this. So with this one, we're just, as always, we take these readings for entertainment purposes only. But for this one, really, we're going to take this with a grain of salt, just because I'm not sure how accurate this is. So I want to know how soon or when, how do I want to ask this? How long until Trump is no longer president, whether that means he's been removed or he passes or whatever. How long until Trump is no longer in office? In March. So March is farther away than what, a lot of us had anticipated. But this says in March. Okay, so we're going to put that over here. And like I said, we're going to take that with a grain of salt because I don't feel like that's accurate. Okay, but we're going to go with it. Okay, now the aim or the destiny or the purpose of this doctor's visit is the Eight of Cups. This is walking away from something. This is abandonment. This is departure. This is someone leaving. And this is someone in red. He is getting ready to leave office. This is the precursor to him leaving office. This in March, that's not right. No. What we don't see coming, what he doesn't see coming, or the underlying issue is the Nine of Cups reversed. He gets this all the time, you guys. This is all about ego. So this is not paying attention to his health. This is thinking that he's going to live forever. It's that narcissistic personality. And because he lives in that, fantasy land, so many health things flew under the radar. His energy, the energy around this trip, is the Three of Cups. This is the card of celebration. I'm feeling like the news that they're going to get is not good news. Okay, so I feel like this could be people celebrating that he's going to be out of office soon. I don't know if this is Vance. I don't think it should be Vance because Vance needs to be very careful. He needs to be a little bit concerned because I do not see him staying in office very long at all. But I just feel like there's going to be, this isn't Trump celebrating, but this is other people celebrating. The environment around this trip is the Five of Cups reversed. This is mourning a loss. This is grief. So there is this energy of Trump losing his faculties. He's losing his cognition. I mean, he's been losing that forever. I think there's other things he's losing or that he's missing, certain things that he was able to do that he's not able to do anymore. And I'm not sure exactly what that is, but this is also a card of acceptance, like hitting that low point and then realizing this is where I am. Like there's nothing I can do. Here I am. Now, the hopes or fears, of course. He wants to live forever and his fear is that he's going to die. But final outcome for this trip to Walter Reed is the King of Wands reversed. This is time restriction. When the King of Wands is reversed and shows up in a reading, this means time is running out. You're on limited time, borrowed time. He is on limited time, you guys. I want to switch over to the Trish James Oracle and just see, or her predictions deck, and just see if there's anything else that comes out that will give us just a little more, I don't know, a little clearer idea of what could potentially happen. If you guys are ever curious to know what decks I use, if you go to my website, which is just bobbiereads.com, and if you need help finding it, the link is in the description box down below. Just click where it says more. There's all kinds of good stuff under there. But on my website, I have a page that has all of the different decks that I use here on YouTube. And if you click on the picture, it'll give you the deck info. So if you are curious to know what cards I'm using, you can check that out there. And also, if you have ever wanted to have your own private reading with me, I do book those on that website as well. I have a secure portal. I do live and recorded readings, so please be sure to pay attention to what it is that you're purchasing, okay? All right, you guys. So what other information can we get about either this weekend with Trump going to Walter Reed or any energy around Trump and this potential trip to the Middle East? What do you have for us, Spirit? Future time. Future time. I wonder if they will put off his trip to the Middle East until a future time. Holding power. Holding power. What else do we have? Spreading or mutating. Something changing. Spreading or mutating. So I'm wondering if this is going to be changes to the proposed peace plan, where it changes, it mutates, or if there's something that Trump is battling health-wise that perhaps is changing. Remember, we had that the Cancer card. I'm wondering if they're going to get news that there has been like something that has metastasized or spread or some kind of a tumor or something. I don't feel like the news is going to be good for him. And then we see this planned outcome. This is interesting. I wonder if there's something going on behind the scenes that where whatever we see happen, if it was actually planned beforehand. Okay, what else do we have? I'm so curious, you guys, to know. I wish I could be a fly on the wall and Walter Reed. We have a big city. Okay. What else do we have? Banking and currency. We've been talking about there being some kind of a financial crisis coming, and it keeps showing up in the cards. So, you know, again, we just need to keep watching that. I know that a lot of people have been doing different things with their money, different creative things. I know I've done some interesting things with my money. Now, if you ask me what you should do, I'm not going to tell you because I'm not a financial analyst and I don't want to give any type of financial advice. But I will tell you that if you're feeling called to look into where your money is, definitely do that. Find someone you trust, find a trusted financial advisor or someone and get some advice, okay? Worldwide Earth. Worldwide Earth. And let's get one last one. Floods and heavy rains. Everyone be very, very careful this weekend. You know, we actually got a flood warning here where I live, which is interesting because we get a lot of rain, but I haven't seen a lot of flooding. So that's kind of interesting. I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. All right, you guys. So as always, you know that I love to end my readings with an oracle card. What are we feeling like today? Let's do the healing waters. Since we've had Cancer and water show up, and since Trump is always retaining water, let's pull an oracle deck from the Healing Waters Oracle just to see what Spirit wants us to remember as we are navigating through this weekend. Do you guys have any fun plans? It's supposed to rain all weekend, so we will probably stay home, and I don't really know. I don't know what we'll do. I've really been wanting to have like a cozy weekend where we sit around and watch movies and drink hot cocoa, and I think that this weekend might be a good weekend for it since it's supposed to be rainy. Okay, so what final message does Spirit have for us to help us get through this weekend? Okay, the card we have is the wishing well. This says unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. It's said that in ancient times, women would sing. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the card that we got when I told you about my son, Charlie, singing into the toilet. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to give you this one, but then I'm also going to draw another card because we just recently had this one. Okay, so this one says, it's said that in ancient times, women would sing and whisper into wells, believing that the water would carry their messages from one corner of the world to another. This may sound like something from a children's fable, but in fact, several scientific researchers have theorized that water can be imbued with energy from our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Wishing wells are found all over the world, and they mirror to us the great reverence held by our ancestors for Earth's fresh waters. Greek mythology says that the tradition of wishing wells began through the practice of throwing coins into a sacred well of the warrior Amphiaraus, I think I said that wrong, who was a renowned oracle. The wishing well is a wonderful card that carries with it great blessings, gifts, and fulfilled wishes. When it appears in a spread, it's a sign that things are happening and that the realization of your dreams is likely to occur. Of course, any creation requires embodiment and action, so it's not a sign to stop moving toward your dreams in practical ways. Rather, it offers deep encouragement to keep going and to trust that all the groundwork you've already put in place is working. It can also be a sign that helpful people are coming into your life to support you in creating your heart's deepest desires. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love when we get that one. Okay, let's pull a second card since we just recently had the wishing well. Let's get one more message from Spirit. We have Follow the Stream. Okay. This card says dedication, trust, future rivers, and oceans. Streams can begin as small trickles and end up as immense rivers and vast oceans. They've been providing humanity with sustenance since we first appeared on this planet. Follow the stream and trust that one day it'll carry you to the rivers and oceans of your future. You're being called to surrender to the current of the waters that you're in, to trust the path you're walking, and to keep showing up day after day to what you're building. What might seem like a small trickle right now holds the promise of becoming a river or ocean in the world. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and trust your path. This is a card of trust. You may not yet be able to see the future outcome, or perhaps you're not quite sure how to get where you're going. On the journey, there will be many steps that require faith. This may be one of them. You're being encouraged to find that faith, to keep facing your true north, to follow the stream, and to let it carry you. So commit to your passions and be dedicated to what you're creating. Keep showing up day after day after day. If you do, before you know it, you'll have created something huge simply by showing up in small, consistent ways. Boy, that's the secret, right? Small, consistent ways. So often we are trying to manifest these very big things, and we can get discouraged when it doesn't show up. But if we do small, consistent things every day, before we know it, it will be here. What it is that we desire, we will build it. And it's very interesting because so often, as we're working towards what we want, we start manifesting that thing bit by bit. But if we're not careful, we don't notice it happening. And therefore, we don't show it gratitude, and the manifestations stop. Because if we're not grateful for what we have, then there's no room for anything else to come into our life, right? We have to show gratitude to make room for more things to be grateful for. So it's important to not only take small, consistent steps every day towards what it is that you desire, but to also every day take an inventory of what you already have and what you should be grateful for. So I know I use my house for a ton of examples, but it's just super relevant right now for me. So you guys know I've shared with you all of the things I want, right? And I don't know if I've shared everything, but I want to have like a garden that will make people envious. I want to have I want to finish my library. I've started a library. It's beautiful. There's like little things, but I look at my house right now and it's like, it's a work in progress. But instead of looking at it as, oh, it's a work in progress, it's not where I want it, I try to look at it as, well, look at what I have done. Look at what I have accomplished. Look at the two little raised garden beds I put in so far. You know what I mean? It's about really, because you don't want your life to pass you by and you didn't realize that you had right in front of you what you wanted, So hopefully this little message of gratitude and slowing down to really pay attention to what you have is helpful. If you guys like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free and a fantastic way to help out my channel. And I'm trying to get to 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I can do it with your guys' help. I think I can do it. And if you would like to take your support of my channel one step further, you can do that by becoming a member. It is 99 cents a month, and members get access to member-exclusive content. So if you want to check that out, the information is in that description box down below. Okay, you guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me while I flip cards, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!